focus to get food out down towards Forks of the Salmon. So if you're on senior commodities or you know anyone who's on senior commodities, we are working together so that those boxes can be delivered and nobody has to come to town anymore. That was one thing I got the first month I was there, was getting food out to downriver. So the Family Resource Center is part of 7 other centers. We're part of the Siskiyou Community Resource Collaborative. So we have a Dunsmuir, Weed, Montague, Mount Shasta, Wairika, Scott Valley, and McLeod. I said my name twice, Scott Valley. Anyways, there's 7 of us right now. By next year, there might be 8. We're looking at some other resource centers that want to join the collaborative, and we all work in unison. So we're all working together for the same thing. So if you come to my resource center and I can't help you with the problem, I'm reaching out to 7 other centers to see if I can find you that resource that you're looking for. So what do we do at a resource center? We provide comprehensive, integrated services tailored to local needs. So each one of these 7 centers is catering to their people in their community. So here in Scott Valley, I'm trying to find out as much information about what you guys need in the community and what makes sense for us living here on this side of the mountain. I will tell you right now, bus passes have been one of my big ones. Fuel cards, gas cards. I know that they do free laundry up in Wairika, but another request that we get is those cards for the laundromat over in Etna. So coming to the resource center could mean a lot of things. This last summer, I got to help someone get a new well pump. They called me up and they said, my well doesn't work. And I said, well, I don't know how to fix a well. Do we call an electrician? I didn't know. So we ended up calling one of our partner nonprofits, and she had a new well pump in less than 24 hours. It was amazing. And that's kind of a big ticket item for us. So that was pretty exciting. That was one of my really big wins recently. Other people who've needed help, I'm able to connect them with other people in the community. So if there's anyone here or anyone that you know that just loves that gift of giving and they have a special skill set, myself and I think even Lisa and Focus, we're trying to put together a list of resources and people in our community that we can reach out to when someone has a problem and we don't know how to solve it. Maybe there's someone on our list that can help meet a need. Some exciting things that are happening in the center is we're bringing back a store. We don't call it a thrift store because every business on my block will be mad at me because we don't want anybody to dump things on our doorstep. So we're calling it a mercantile. It's pretty cool. It's pretty much all set up and done if you want to come by. Everything's been donated, either new or gently used. And we're trying to keep everything under $20, which we think would help the community by keeping those resources affordable. Or if they can't afford it, then whatever we have in our store will be gifted to them. So we've had some pretty generous donations. Smart Workforce is coming to town once a month. So if you need help with resume, interviewing, kids in the community that want to come by and have their resume done, that's coming up. There are some other nonprofits that I'm in contact with that may be coming to the Resource Center, so keep an eye out for that. Let's see, I'm trying to go through it fast. So some of the funny things we do at the Resource Center, I've heard a lot of strange things when people come by. They think that we really just give out food and help the homeless. That is something that we do, but it's not everything that we do. A great example is someone in the community lost a piece of her sewing machine because her boyfriend tried to make the bed. I don't know why this piece was on the bed, but it got lost. And it took her and I 30 minutes on working on the computer to find this piece so that she could order this part for her sewing machine. So sometimes what I do is very small, and sometimes it's really big. So I always tell people, when you're at home and you're thinking, I don't know where to find it, I don't know how to do it. Who can help me? Is there a resource out there? That's what our center does. You come in, tell me what your challenge is, and then together we work with other nonprofits or people that we have on our list to help you with whatever your needs are. For Medicare, if you qualify and you're interested, you can come by the Resource Center and I can help you with a Medi-Cal application. So if you think that your income may qualify, or even if you just don't know, we can turn in an application and hopefully maybe that would pay for your Part B. Medicare has like 13 programs. I used to be a Cash Aid, Medi-Cal, Medicare, Cash Aid, CalFresh Medi-Cal worker. So I can't tell you that Medi-Cal is one of the underutilized services for people out in the community who think they don't qualify. But there are some programs that'll go back 3 months, some that'll go back 24 months to help you pay for medical bills. It just depends if you qualify for that particular program. So just kind of keep that in mind if you have bills and you're not sure if Medi-Cal can help. I always say apply, you never know. You could draw the lucky number and they might help you pay for that. For those of you who don't know, we're in downtown Fort Jones. I'm looking at trying to go to Etna at least a couple times a month. There's a particular location that I might be able to go to so that I can kind of spread my resources out in the community. And then we always want volunteers. So whether that be an event volunteer, stop by the office volunteer, we're trying to start a tutoring club. The Crook tribe called me today and they have a need for school-age children to have tutors. Apparently that's a paid position, so you could tutor one child for a couple hours a week. I think it's 2 days a week, 2 hours a time, and I think it's $20 an hour it starts. So they're going to do that in the center, hopefully starting in the next week or two, but it's going to be very limited, so you literally get paired with one child to be a tutor. Just as a side note, every room in the building is pretty much available to the community. So there's a kitchen, a meeting room. I used to call it the scary room, but it's not super scary anymore. It's a craft room. It was scary for a minute. And then we have a new heating and cooling room. So it's a dedicated room right in the front of the building where the window is. You can come and meet your friends. I make coffee, cookies, and other treats if you come by. Tea. And then if you want to use the kitchen, if you know anybody who can't prepare the food I actually give to them, they can bring in a meal and we'll help them make it food prep for the week and they can take it home. So that was just something we decided. We can't bring senior lunch back yet, so I was trying to think of something clever. So if you have a neighbor who can't stand up to actually make food, they could bring their taco makings and we'll help them make it and package it up for the week for them.
Don't forget the sewing machines.
Oh my gosh, so the center's a hot mess right now. We have a couple of the sewing machines out right now working on holiday stuff. So we have 5 sewing machines. You can come in and work at your leisure. We have 5 guitars, looking for a guitar teacher. Or I did reach out to someone in the community, their kid was taking guitar, and I said we could loan them a guitar. So that's an option too. I'm not sure what that's, the sewing machines though was good.
Great.
The what?
The children's playroom is so.
Yeah, so we have the drop-in playroom. We're gonna be doing some organized play groups for the kids, non-school age children. I'm trying to work that out because I don't like to duplicate services. So if the library is already doing it or their schools are already doing it, I don't want to have another program out there. So we're trying to think of something unique for the kids in the playroom. And someone said I should buy costumes and dress up like the old Mother Goose. And I'm not throwing that idea out the window, but now I just need a seamstress to make that for me because I only sew a straight line. But I'm learning. And then we have someone in the community that might start having sewing classes at the center. So that's kind of cool. Yes.
You also have a yoga.
We have yoga, yes, on Wednesday mornings we have yoga by Paula Johnson. So that's always open.
You just have a list there available at your website, so people can go and see all the things?
Yeah, so on our Facebook page is where they list all of the flyers for everything. I would love to tell you that the website page is updated, but it is not. And we're working on that, that's all I can say. It's a work in progress.
That's right, real quick.
Yes,
I heard after the big fire, you have the big fire camps,
yes.
that all the leftover food, that they can't give it to you?
I'm not sure about that because we just did the big bicycle race and it was super successful. The organizer called me and did we decide it was like 1,200 pounds of food?
It was a lot.